Hi, how's everybody doing? This is Silver Fox Forex. I'm back. Changed the name of my channel a little bit. Soon I'm going to be coming out with a second channel. If I don't do it on this one, it will be called Mr. and Mrs. Silver Fox. My wife will be joining me trading as we prepare to take this trading journey together. As you know, we're trying to get funded by Funding Talent. So this video today is going to show you a quick breakdown on how to look for clear trades. Eventually, we're both going to go ahead and get an account, a demo account, but we're going to do a practice demo account first before we get the Funding Talent account and see how far can we take it in a month without breaking the rules or dropping below a certain amount of the intended account. But right now, this video is on the Pound USD, one of my favorite pairs. I love the trade. It gives a lot of pips. You need to look for a clear picture to make sure things are lining up. And a lot of people don't do that. They rush and they rush and, excuse me, and they rush and wonder why their trades are not going right because everything's not lining up. The template you see here is one of the pip trigger templates that I just made some adjustments to that I got from my mentor, Forex Nelson. If you get a chance, go over to his page, check him out, tell him I said, hey, you guys, hey, I'm not here to promote his channel. Just tell you guys, he's been my mentor for over 2.5 years, and his videos and educational videos and templates are amazing. He has really made trading simple and easy. So if you get a chance, go over to Forex Nelson. That's 4X Nelson, and look them up, check them out. I follow a lot of other guys on YouTube. They're doing their thing, and salute to them as well. Southern Easy Forex and all those great guys. But you need to look for clear trade setups. As you can see, this trade here, I'm going to zoom out a little bit here if I can. It's going down. You got a downward trend here. Okay? Downward trend. So you need to identify what pair is strong and weak, or what currency is strong and weak. And that's how banks normally trade. Banks don't see a pair, they see what currency is strong. Which one of these are strong because they're trading off the strength or the weakness of an economy's currency. And you want to make sure everything lines up. So as this right here is going down, what this will be telling me is, if it's going down, then the USD is like how it is now, weak at the bottom, and the pound is up here at the top. The trend is going down, so I'm trading the US weakness. Now, if they were to reverse and switch roles, it would be the other way around. So what you're looking for is making sure your meter lines up to say it is doing exactly what it's doing, and make sure, even if you don't have a meter, have these things in place to let you know that your trade's getting ready to go in your right direction. So I'm going to take the cursor here, and as you can see, this here is telling me everything's going down. Let's see if I can blow it up and get in here a little bit. So look, this is telling me here it's going to go down, but this is a bit aggressive. We're above the AO. We're above the AO here, and it's still blue, but we got a lot of red. It's going down here, so it's okay. But we're waiting to see color change here. Everything's getting ready to go down. The stochastic is going down, and we're going from blue to red. So between here and here is where we're getting it. This is a bit aggressive. Anywhere back over here between here is aggressive. But for me, this right here is more conservative. We got red going down from here to here. So quite naturally, I'm waiting to make sure everything is going in my direction. Between here and here is where we're getting it. This is still aggressive a little bit, still above the AO. This is more conservative, but if you want to be more conservative, you'll get in here. Look at that, an 8 pip stop will hold. Down to the bottom here, 48 pips. If I'm trading $100 a pip, I'm looking somewhere around $4,800. You want to make sure the picture is clear. A lot of people do not do that, and they mess up. This is a good trend going up. All you're doing is just waiting for the pullback and getting a trade. depending on how many pips it is, if you're willing to wait, depending on what the spread is, because their spread cannot be super high. It's going to take you forever to come back from the trade, from the negative. So make sure everything is going the way you want it to go. Make sure that trade is clear as you enter it. If it's not clear, ladies and gentlemen, do not take it. That is the problem. We rush and we're trying to hurry, make all this goo gobs of money, and we fail. So you're looking for a clear trade setup. Let me see if I can find you a good one here. Okay, look here, ladies and gentlemen. We're below the AO waterline. We want to wait for this thing to kind of somewhat come across the top of the AO. You can still get in if you know what you're doing, because this is just aggressive buying, but you're waiting for a clear indication. So look at this. Everything is blue, and it's starting to go above the AO. I would have got in here. Place my stop would have been 5. 10 pips would have held. And look here, ladies and gentlemen, to the top, 28 pips here. If I let it ride some more, 4,100 pips. So it depends on where you're comfortable with and where you want to get out with and what you're okay with. That's what you're looking for. So make sure that everything is clear. Make sure your lineups are clear, your trades are clear. Can you trade this mess? Yes, you can, but you have to have good training on how to trade it. I can trade it. I don't like waiting, through all this stuff here. I want my trade to be easy and smooth. Like the trend is going down here. You get in, get out. Wait for your pullback, get back in, write it down to here. Small pullback, get back in, write it down to here. And that's all you're doing. Waiting for the pullback. This is the 50 moving average here. And this here is the 20 MA moving color changing average. And you want to make sure that you're pulling the trigger as close as you can to either one of these moving averages to catch the most pips. You don't want to get down here to the bottom and start selling. You see that? It did a pullback to the first moving average, did a pullback to the 50 moving average. You don't want to get caught in that. Then you're down 70, 80 pips and you're crying, just upset, emotional. You can't do that. Wait for a clear trade. Wait for a clear indication. If you do that, your trades will be good, your trades will be great, and you'll be on the upside of things. Make sure your trade is clear. I can't stress that enough. And money management. Make sure you're using a stop loss unless you got this huge account where you can afford a huge drawdown and then come back. If you don't, make sure your stop losses are in place. So that way you're not getting blown out of the water, you're blowing your account. So make sure your trade setups are clear. They're not going to always be clear, but you have to learn how to trade sometimes the Florida market and different setups. Everything is not going to be clear, but you have to take it. I look more for clear pictures, clear skies. I don't want to trade a bunch of mess. This here would have been clear going down a little bit here because it came back down, but I will wait for that. But depending on what I'm trading, I want to make sure everything is clear. All my indicators are lining up for me to take the trade. Stop. 5 pips would have held. Got out with 28 pips. That's $2,800 if it's $100 a pip, or depending on what you're trading. If I let it go all the way up to the top, almost 50. 5 grand. So it depends on what you can afford to lose. Make sure your risk management is good, your money management is good. As always, it's the Silver Fox. Like I said, we're going to have a new channel coming. If I don't do it on this one, it's going to be Mr. and Mrs. Silver Fox. Check us out, chime in, leave messages. Take care and happy trading.